ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्म विद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च resuming from mantra number 18. In your PDF, it is page number 74, line 3. So we will chant the mantra and the Bhaashyam. मृत्यु प्रोक्ताम नचिकेतोऽथ लब्ध्वा
मृत्यु प्रोक्तां नचिकेतोऽथ लब्ध्वा
विद्यामेतां योगविधिं च कृत्स्नम्
विद्यामेतां योगविधिं च कृत्स्नम्
ब्रह्म प्राप्तो विरजो भूत् विमृत्युः
ब्रह्म प्राप्तो विरजो भूद्विमुक्तुः
अन्योप्येवं यो विदधात्ममेव
अन्योत्येवं यो विददात्ममेव
भाष्यम् मृत्युप्रोक्ताम्
मृत्युप्रोक्ताम्
यथोक्ताम् एताम् ब्रह्म विद्याम्
यथोक्ताम् एतां ब्रह्मविद्यां
योगविधिं च
योगविधिं च
कृत्स्नम् समस्तं सोपकरणम्
कृत्स्नं समस्तं सोपकरणम्
सफलमित्येतत्
सफलमित्येतत्
नचिकेताः
नचिकेताः
अथ वरप्रदानात्
अथ वरप्रदानात्
मृत्योः लब्ध्वा
मृत्योः लब्ध्वा
प्राप्य इत्यर्थः।
प्राप्य इत्यर्थः।
किम्
किम्
ब्रह्म प्राप्तः अभूत्
ब्रह्म प्राप्तः अभूत्
मुक्तः अभवत् इत्यर्थः।
मुक्तः अभवत् इत्यर्थः।
So we have covered until this point. So let's review that. This is the last mantra of the Upanishad. Talking about the conclusion. It says Nachiketa Mrityu Proktam Vidyam Labdhva, having gained the knowledge taught by Yama, Nachiketa, he got it. And Etam Vidyam Yoga Vidhim Cha, there is an and Cha. So that means something else besides Brahma Vidya also he got. That means what? It can mean two things. One is Brahma, I need, moksha means what? I need Brahma Vidya, and then there is something else also. Okay. That is one possibility. Okay. But what can be that possibility? In Bhagavad Gita, if you go, the other possibility is what? Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. So two words are given there, Brahma Vidya and Yoga Shastra. Can it mean that the preparatory steps, Yoga Shastra followed by Brahma Vidya? But there it is preparatory. It is not a product that is in addition to Brahma Vidya. Moksha means Brahma Vidya plus something else. Like that, we have not studied in Bhagavad Gita. Yoga Shastra is a preparatory, it's not optional. And once I'm ready, for people who are ready, all the yoga, Karma Yoga is not needed. They are already Karma Yogis. So all this lecture about Karma Yoga not needed for them. Brahma Vidya for them. For all of us also, Brahma Vidya. That's the end. So here Yoga within Cha, if he says, then it is referring to that second boon that Nachiketa is asking about. Because third boon is Brahma Vidya. The whole Upanishad is Brahma Vidya. Brief interlude. Second boon is there. Hey, for people who want to go to Swarga, tell me how to do that. That means what Nachiketa knew, that what I am going to ask later, the third boon, is not going to take me to Swarga. He knows that. That is why he has to ask the second boon. And people who want to go to Swarga, what should they do? For them, I can't give them Brahma Vidya. I can't because they are not interested. They are very clear about going to Swarga. Therefore, see, Nachiketa was already clear. Therefore, that Nachiketa Agni and Virat Upasana is not for me. It's for those. I might have been interested in it in the past janmas. That is different. But in this janma, I'm not interested in that. And so that is Yoga Vidhi. Yoga Vidhi. It's for everybody else because he's now going to go and now he has to teach all. Okay. So Yoga Vidhim Cha Kritsnam completely because he repeated everything word for word. And nothing, Yama could not have left out anything. And Nachiketa could have forgotten a few things. No, Kritsnam. He, I don't know whether he took notes and all that, but whatever. So he's good. He has the capacity to grasp everything.
Guruji, did he perform it? Krutznam, is it only complete or did he do it? I mean, did he follow the process?
No, we don't hear any such thing in the Upanishad. In the Upanishad, there is no such specification. And we can assume whatever. So maybe there was a quiz or some kind of a workshop was there or something. Possibly anything. I mean, these are meant to be done, obviously. So, after all, Yama did Pada Puja for Yama, for our Nachiketa. Karma was there. There's light there, karma was there. So it is a description of activity going on there. So it's possible. It's possible.
In Chandogya, Guruji, when they say Brahma Vidya, Brahmachari, he has to live like 101 years. They did live like that. So it is practiced.
Correct. So definitely. So this is a summary of what happened. So assuming that also was happened, then what? Brahma praptaha virajaha abhut vimrutyuhu. Okay. So after that, what happened? Brahma praptaha abhut. He became the one who gained Brahma. Means Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya praptaha. He understood, hey, I am that Brahma that is untainted, that Brahma that is free, okay, and all pervasive. And then Virajaha Vimrutyuhu, he says, we're going to see that later. Shankara will explain what is the meaning of those words. Virajaha, Tagat Vesha Rahitaha, etc. He's going to say Vimrutyuhu also, we know, free from death. Anyaha api evam yaha vidadhatmameva. So, this kind of Anyahapi, this is not meant for Nachiketa, meant for everybody. Nachiketa is just a nimitta.
Is it Vidadhyatmameva?
Yeah, Vidadhatmameva, correct.
Adhyatmam, right? Vidadhyatmam.
Vidadhyatmam, correct. Vidadhyatmameva. So there we will see, Shankaracharya will help us understand. help us how to understand that particular vakya. So evam with, that is the way to look at evam with. It means what? That evam with is one who knows Atma in the manner that Nachiketa knew. Okay. That is how it is to be understood. So that's the summary of this mantra. And Bhagavan Bhashyakara was explaining Mrityu Proktam, Yathoktam, Yetam Brahma Vidya. Yathoktam, as taught in this Upanishad, that kind of Brahma Vidya. Yoga Vidam Chakritsnam, Samastam Sopakaranam, Sapalam Idyetat. So that Saguna Brahma Vidya is important. Brahma Vidya is Nirguna Brahma Vidya. Okay, here. Narada knew Saguna Brahma Vidya. He knew all about Devatas and everything, and that he was talking about in Chandogya Upanishad. But we are not learning Saguna Brahma Vidya. Saguna Brahma Vidya means the Ishvara, Sarupa Ishvara. So, which is what we all grow up with. And so here, Sopakaranam, all the necessary accessories, preparatory steps, and Sapalam Idyetat. So he's saying Sapalam also. Sapalam means anything that is talked about Brahma Vidya. What is the Brahma Vidya Phalam? That also should be mentioned. What are the four things should be mentioned? It is called Anubandha Chatushtayam. Anubandha Chatushtayam. What are the four things? Adhikari, or before that, Vishaya. Whenever a text is to be studied, Vishaya, Adhikari, Sambandha, and Prayojana. Four. What are those things? Vishaya. What is the topic? Why should I study this text? What does this text talk about? Okay, I should be clear about that Vishaya. Then, who can study this topic? It's called Adhikari. Who is qualified to study this thing? Adhikari. Surgery, if I want to study, then some Adhikaritva must be there. I must have something. That something could be a degree, could be a couple of degrees, could be some years of experience. All that is there. So that is the Adhikaritvam. In this case also there is Adhikaritvam because it's something to be understood. The minute the study comes under the field of understanding as opposed to believing, then Adhikaritvam will come. Okay. And so Adhikaritvam is there. That also was talked about. Qualities of a student. Shraddha is required. Then Viveka Buddhi is there. He has so much Viveka. Vairagyam is there. He gave up all the goodies he gave up. Okay, so all that was Shama Damadhi and all he had. So Adhikaritvam was talked about. Then Sambandha and Prayojana. Prayojana is talked about. Sambandha means a connection. Connection between Viveka and Brahma Vidya. Sambandham between Vairagyam and what is being sought. Sambandham is what? Hey, only with Viveka you can understand what's the Vishaya. Vishaya requires the Viveka. Sambandha is automatic. Because unless I understand that there is an Atma different from Anatma, then this Vidya is meaningless. It's irrelevant to me. It will become too abstract. They say abstract, impractical. All these words will come. That's because the preparedness is not there. So, Sopakaranam, Sapalam. Prayojanam is the fourth thing that is part of the text. These four entities must be there in any text. Sapalam. And so that palam. So Virajaha, Vibhrutihu and all here it is said, and other mantras also, the result was always talked about. The person becomes Mrityu yasya upashechana. The one for whom Mrityu becomes a upashechanam and all, I hope you remember that. The side dish.
Pickle.
Pickle. So all that we saw. So like that, saphalam, he says here. Then Nachiketaha, I'm reading the Bhaashyam. Nachiketaha varapradhanat mrityoho labdhva prapya ityartaha. Okay, labdhva. He's explaining the word labdhva. And Shankara is saying prapya. Okay, prapya, having gained this particular prapya, labdhva. What Kim? What did Nachiketa gain? Brahma praptaha abhut. He became one who literal translation is gained Brahma. So we know what that means. Means one who has understood oneself as Brahma, one who has understood that I've been making a mistake all along by taking my body to be myself. Body cannot be myself. Body is I, but I am not the body. Body is Mithya, I am Satyam. I am the one who sustains the body, not the one who depends on the body. Look at this 180 degrees. That is why Brahma praptaha abhut. And then body is mortal, but I am not mortal. I am immortal. Okay, so much is there here. And so, muktaha abhavat ityartaha. Shankara is saying, essentially it means that person became a jivan muktaha. Jivan mukta. Muktaha means liberated. Jivan muktaha. While living liberated. Okay. As a while living, if this guy is in Yamaloka, Yamaloka means dead. That's what we say. We in the Bhuloka say, we go to Yamaloka, then you're dead. But then what we didn't understand is, if Yama visits us, that's not good news. If we visit Yama, that's great news. That is what. Okay.
Guruji,
Huh?
can you explain once more that body can be I, but I cannot be body?
Yeah, I'll explain it. And so this spot will come in very handy to explain that. See, whenever it comes to the body, we get a little, some confusion can be there. That's why they go with this pot. So pot and, there are two things here, pot and clay. Or are there two things? This is the first question. Pot, yes, this is a pot. Is this clay? If I ask, clay also is there. Okay, clay also is there. So what is the difference between pot and clay? Are they two different objects? Two different objects, we have no problem. There is glass, there is book, there is laptop, there is table, there is all these things. So many different things are there. Different things are there. But what about pot and clay? Are they two different things?
No.
This is the question. Okay, if they are not two different things, they are the same thing, correct?
Yeah.
Same thing. Absolutely identical. So if you go to look up the English dictionary, you look for POT, there will be some meaning. And then if you look for CLAY, there will be meaning. And both meanings are identical, right?
No.
Yes? Webster will say, for clay, look up pot.
No. Pot is Namarupa.
Okay, clay and pot are words that refer to two different things or not.
Yes.
Okay, so they are not two different. I don't have two different objects, but yet there are two different words which really mean two different things. How do you resolve this confusion? The resolution is what we call Satyam Mithya. You have to bring in another level of reality. Vyavaharika will not solve the problem. What we say is, this pot is Namarupa. Namarupatmakam Ghataha. The pot depends on clay for its existence. Clay exists, but pot has to rely on clay. If clay decides to leave, pot has to say goodbye to its life. But clay is always there before, now, and later also it will be there. Correct? So therefore, the clay is called Satyam. Pot apparently exists as name and form only it exists. It has no fundamental existence of itself. So you can say pot is an object. In Laukika Vyavahara, we say object and we move on. But in Vedanta, you ask what kind of object it is. What is the status of that object? The status is mithya.
There's a beginning and an end.
It has a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
It's namarupatmakam. Like this it is. It is jayate mriyate. Whereas what about clay? Na jayate na mriyate va vipaschit. Opposite nature it is. Clay's nature is opposite. Okay,
Yeah.
this is just an example. Therefore, now bring it to body and Atma. Body is mithya, Atma is satyam. So who am I? Am I body or am I Atma? If I am body, then this whole discussion is meaningless. But Atma Anatma Viveka ke saath main yahan aaya hu. And therefore, I know there is something called Atma which is different from Anatma. Body is Anatma. Then who is Atma? What is Atma? Atma is Satyam. Atma is Aham. When I say I am actually referring to Atma. In some context, I will say I did that, I drank this, I had dinner, etc. If you say, okay, it is referring to Anatma, it is not really referring to Atma. So, therefore, we say, just like we say here, pot is clay, but clay is not water. Pot is clay because the entire pot is clay. Whichever pot, tell me a part of pot which is not clay. You can't tell. You can't tell. Therefore, pot is clay. Pot is pervaded by clay. Okay. But then what about clay? Clay says, I know nothing about pot. What pot are you talking? I am clay. I was clay for 1,000 years, 10,000 years. I am clay now also. And what pot are you talking? In fact, before this, I was, I was, I was, I was another object. I was a vase, flower vase before this. You don't know. You don't know. You think it's, I'm not, I have nothing to do with pot. That is why I can be any object I want. So, same way, body is Atma. Dehaha is Atma, but Atma is not body. Okay? All right. So, we'll discuss this in satsang also. All right. Let's continue where we left off from Katham. Katham.
कथं
Vidya Praptya
विद्या प्राप्य
Virajaha
विरजः
Vigata Dharma Dharmaha
विगतधर्मा धर्मः
Vimrityuhu
विमृत्युः
Vigata Kama Vidyaha
विगतकामो विद्यः
Cha San
च सन्
Purvam Ityarthaha.
पूर्वम् इत्यर्थः.
Yeah. So Shankara wants to connect that Virajaha and Vimrityu to Brahma Praptaha. Brahma Praptaha explained already. Muktaha Bhavat, liberated. How? Katham. How did he get liberated? What is this? How did you get liberated? By gaining the knowledge of Brahma, of course. But then the words Virajaha and Vimrityu also is there. So he's connecting. Katham. How? How did that happen? Can you explain that? How did he manage this? Okay. And so, well, what happens? That means he's asking. Yama is explaining what happens. Brahma Vidya, one gains, then what happens? Means what? Hey, the whole topic of Brahma Vidya became relevant to us because there is something called Ajnanam. I am unaware of myself, the real myself. I am aware of myself, of course, but I don't know who the real I is. I'm constantly confused. Sometimes I say I'm the body. I'm tall, I say I'm the body. I'm confused and say that I suddenly goes to the mind. I'm sad, again mind. I'm hungry. Then it goes to the stomach, prana. So the eye is constantly moving around. Hey, is the eye like that? No, eye cannot be like that. Shastram says that itself tells me that you are confused. You're confused about your identity, who you are. You're confused. And so he says, therefore, when there is confusion, when there is ignorance, there's only one solution to confusion, and that is vidya, atma vidya. Self-confusion, removal of self-confusion is called self-knowledge. That is why we got into this whole subject. And it is also called Brahma Vidya because later on, once Atma is understood, I will understand Atma is not different from Brahma also. Because that is a Mahavakyam. Because Atma of myself has to be the Atma of everything in this universe, including every person in the universe, including every animal, and therefore Brahma. Therefore, Brahma Praptaha. You can even say Atma Praptaha. Okay. So now, after that knowledge, what happens? He says, Vidya Praptya, having gained the Vidya, what happens? Virajaha. Virajaha. So, Vigata Dharma Dharmaha. Shankaracharya is quietly bringing words, wondering if you got it or not. There you go. There you go. So, hey, you only asked me. You only asked me. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat. Remember, that's not an ordinary statement, my dear Nachiketa. It's very profound. I'm telling you, that is the answer to your question itself. All you did was you listened to a few words. You're already there. So, Virajaha means this is Rajas. In this context, Rajas means dharma, adharma. So what it is? In other contexts, Rajas can mean other activity and all dynamism and all we say. Okay. And so that's okay. That's fine. But here, dharma and adharma is the Rajas. That is what stops me from understanding myself. If I get carried away by dharma, then I am not going to understand Atma. Carried away by dharma. Dharma is important. But dharma also is a golden shackle. When am I going to understand that? Okay, so we get the dharma, dharma means one who is free from dharma and adharma. In Bhagavad Gita also, we are going to come to that shloka shortly. Sarva dharmana parityaja is going to say. So all connections are coming here. And in Mundaka Upanishad, there is another vakyam. Vidwan punya pape vidhuya. Like that, the phrase will come. Mundaka Upanishad. Punya pape vidhuya means having released oneself from all punya and papa. That also is adharma. Dharma is punyam, adharma is papa. That is one meaning of dharma, adharma. So there, Mundaka, that's what they say. Then what? Vimrutyuhu. Vimrutyuhu. Vigataha mrutyuhu yasmat. One from whom mrityu is not relevant anymore. Gone. Mrityu is gone. Vigataha. Okay, what does he say here? Vigata kama vidyascha. Previously, you said vigata dharma adharma. So rajas is equal to dharma adharma. Dharma dharma. What about mrityuhu? Mrityuhu. He is saying mrityu is nothing but kama and avidya. That is what is mrityuhu? Shankara says. What other mrityu can be there for a human being? Avidya, kama, karma, karma phalam, continue, punarjanma, avidya, kama, karma. That is what he's saying. He's just using two of those things. The avidya and kama. Kamascha avidyacha kama vidye. And kama vidye vigate yasmat saha vigata kama vidyaha. That is the way to split these things. So, finally, what is the meaning? The one from whom kama and avidya are gone. Such a person is called vigata kama vidyaha. Because it's plural. I mean, it's pullingam. It will become vidya will become vidyaha. All right. Cha purvam san ityartaha. Cha san purvam ityartaha. Purvam. The guy is saying, hey, that means what? after this labdva, vidyam labdva, after that you put in two more words. You put virajaha and vibhut. So, I mean, not vibhut, vimrutyuhu. Then Brahma praptaha abhut. So there is a transformation there. Okay. Nachiketa gained the vidya, then he became free from dharma and adharma, then he became free from kama and avidya, and therefore Brahma praptaha he became. That order Shankaracharya is there. If you look at it like that, it's better. That's what Shankaracharya is saying. Purvam means what? Before Brahma praptaha abhut, you put vimrutyuhu and virajaha. Okay, I hope you're following me. Purvam. Having become these things, then that person now can be qualifies to be called as Brahma Prapta. All right, next. न केवलं
न केवलं
नचिकेताः एव
नचिकेताः एव
अन्यः अपि
अन्यः अपि
नचिकेतोवत्
नचिकेतोवत्
आत्मवित्
आत्मवित्
अध्यात्मम् एव
अध्यात्मम् एव
निरुपचरितं प्रत्यक्स्वरूपम्
निरुपचरितं प्रत्यक्षरूपं
प्राप्य
प्राप्य
तत्त्वम् एव इति अभिप्रायः
तत्त्वम् एव अभिप्रायः
न अन्यत्
पुरा अन्यत्
रूपम्
रूपम्
अप्रत्यग्रूपम्
अप्रत्यग्रूपम्
तद्
तद्
एवम् अध्यात्मम्
एवम् अध्यात्मम्
एवम्
एवम्
उक्तप्रकारेण
तत्प्रकारेण
यः वेद
यः वेद
विजानाति
विजानाति
इति एवं वित्
इति एवं वित्
सः अपि
सः अपि
विरजः सन्
विरजः सन्
ब्रह्मप्राप्त्या
ब्रह्मप्राप्त्या
विमृत्युः भवति
विमृत्युः भवति
इति वाक्यशेषः.
इति वाक्यशेषः.
Right. So Shankara is explaining the last quarter of the mantra. Anyaha api evam.
One minute.
Ah.
Nachiketo vata nachiketavata. Idella nachiketavatnu PDF la nachiketo
Nachiketovat. Nachiketas. Nachiketo. Nachiketo what is correct? Sakaranta proof. Nachiketo.
nachiketavatnu.
Yeah, Nachiketo what is correct? Mano.
My book,
Okay.
Sopi Virajaha, Dirga is there. I don't know, you said Virajaha.
Okay, we'll come back to that in satsang. Okay. Now he's explaining the last part. Okay. Na kevalam nachiketaha. Now you can understand all this. Not just Nachiketa, this is meant for others also. Okay. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, not just Arjuna only, others also. Others also, it is meant for Bhagavad Gita, is meant for all of us, not just for Arjuna. But there, Arjuna nimitti kritya. Arjuna becomes a trigger for the Vidya. Here also, Nachiketa is a trigger, nimittaha, is the cause for this teaching. And so, Anyaha api Nachiketa vat. Anyaha api, anybody else. Kaschit. Kaschit who?
Dhiraha.
Kaschit dhira.
Dhirah.
Kaschit dhira. Kaschit. So I'm not saying this. One Tikakara said it. Yeah, Maniprabha says it. Nachiketaha bhinnaha api yaha kaschit, he says. Okay. So that's where I got that idea. Nachiketavat atmavit adhyatmam eva nirupacharitam pratyak swarupam prapya tattvam eva iti abhiprayah. Anybody else can get it. Nachiketavat atmavit. That is one who knows Atmavit, one who knows Atma. Nachiketavat, like Nachiketa knew Atma. Okay. So here Shankaracharya is saying Nachiketa has become an Atmavit. Is there any other indication elsewhere that Nachiketa is a Jnani? Anywhere else? Any clue we got? Anywhere else?
We do the prayer, no, Brahma with this thing. In the beginning, we do the prayer, right?
Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketa Secha. That is also a clue that Nachiketa is a Jnani. Because prayer to Ajnani is not useful for us. Therefore, that's the clue. Very good. So, Atmavit Adhyatmameva. Adhyatmameva. Atmavit means what? That Adhyatmam. One who knows the Adhyatmam. Atmanam Adhi Adhyatmam. One who knows, that is Shankara is explaining. Pratyak Swarupam means that innermost self. Pratyak means innermost. Innermost means what? Don't get locked up with this Namarupa pot. You go little inside and you have to analyze. Is there something? Is there another object or not? How many objects are there in the hand? And one object is all right, but one object is Mithya object. So here, Pratyak Swarupam, the innermost self, which is Nirupacharitam. Upachara. Upacharitam means not some symbolic eye and all that. Not the eye that people talk about. I am a mortal. Hey, that eye is not what we are talking about. That is body. That is Upacharitam. Upacharitam means what? Yeah, it is all right for you to say, I am body, I am brown, I am tall, I am short. Everything is okay. Nothing wrong with those statements because it does communicate a fact. I am hungry. You have to say it. Only then others will know you are hungry. Otherwise, life will become impossible. That is all Upacharita Atma. Correct? Upacharita Atma. Those are all okay. That is also referring to this whole complex body, mind. I'm sad that this is happening. Yeah, go ahead, say it. You have to say it. Okay. Like this conversation is not possible if you don't put the eye anywhere. So keep doing it. They're all called Upacharita Atma. But this Atma here is Adhyatmam Nirupacharitam. Okay. And you can translate it whichever way you want. The primary Atma, the absolute Atma, the real Atma, whatever. The real, I don't like to use the word. Absolute inner self. Let's call it like that. Okay. Prapya Tattvameva. Having gained that knowledge of that Adhyatmam, which is the truth, Tattvam, which is the truth of the self. Iti Abhipraya. That is the meaning. Okay. Such a person also will become a Brahma Bhutaha Bhavati. Like that here, Shankaracharya is helping us understand these words. And he's saying further, Na Anyad Rupam Apratyak Rupam. There is no other Atma, which is something different from the innermost self. Apratyak Rupam is not possible. And anything else you say, people have all kinds of ideas. No, I am the mind. And Shankara will say later on, Manovidyahankara Chittani na guruhu, na shishyaha, na mata, na pita. Like this big list he is giving, what I am not. Those are the things I thought I am, but no. You can think you are, you can use it for transactions. Upacharita Atma is fine, but Nirupacharitam is what? The way Nachiketa understood is the way anybody else also should understand. Okay. Tad evam adhyatmam evam ukta prakarena. Ukta prakarena, the manner in which it was taught by me, by Yama, Yaha Veda. So what Shankara is doing is, Yaha Veda, the one who knows in this manner, Yaha Veda, is equal to Vijanati, one who knows. Iti evam with. Iti evam with. Shankara is connecting. I hope you're watching the Moolam. Anyaha api evam yaha with adhyatmam eva. That with at the end is bringing it up, cutting it off, that word, bringing it next to evam. He's placing it next to evam. And he's saying the word should be evam with. And it is one word. You can't really separate evam and with. Evam with means what? The knower of this evam. The knower of this knowledge, evam, in this manner. Okay, that is one word. But Upanishad has the license to split all these things like this. So he says it is chandasam. You bring the evam and with together and read it. Anyaha api yaha evam with. That is the way to say it. That's what he's saying here. Yaha Veda Vijanati iti evam with. In this manner, Ukta Prakarena, Shankara already said that. Saha api virajaha tan brahma praptya vimrutyuhu bhavati iti vakya sheshaha. So he's saying, vimrutyuhu son. So he says vakya sheshaha. That means you have to reorder the words like we've said before. So, jnanam prapya etam vidyam pratyaproktam vidyam prapya. Then virajaha son. And you can also add vimrutyuhu. Vimrutyuhu bhavati. Two ways to understand. Vimrutyuhu bhavati can be at the end also. Vimrutyuhu bhavati can be at the end. So Brahma abhut, Brahma praptaha abhut, vimrutyuhu can be there. Or you can have vidya prapya, vidyam prapya, then virajaha san, vimrutyuhu san, Brahma bhutaha abhut. Brahma praptaha abhut. Two things, two ways he's saying. Either way is okay. What are the two ways? Vidya, then virajaha, then vimrutyuhu, and then Brahma praptaha. Or Vidya, virajaha, and then Brahma praptaha, and then vimrutyuhu. Both are okay. Vimrutyuhu, because at the end also there is no mrityu. That also can go in the end. Because finally, what I'm interested is not in the Vidya, or directly not in the Vidya. Vidya is not my commitment really. My commitment is to recognize that I am free from death. That is what seems to give fulfillment for the human being, for any living being, really. So that is also okay. Iti vakya sheshaha. Means that is how it must be understood. The words must be reordered in this following manner. Okay. So let's look at the Moolam, this one, Anmaya here. The summary is this. Nachiketa got Brahma Vidya. Anybody else can get Brahma Vidya in the same manner. Is the meaning of Anmaya. Atha Nachiketaha, or better yet, Atha Nachiketaha, because the Moolam says Nachiketaha. Atha Nachiketaha, and within brackets Nachiketaha, because grammatically it must be Nachiketaha. Okay, you got it? Atha Nachiketaha, within brackets Nachiketaha, Mrityu Proktam Etam Vidyam. Mrityu Proktam Etam Vidyam, or Etam Mrityu Proktam Vidyam, either way is fine. Kritsnam yoga vidhim cha labdva Kritsnam yoga vidhim cha labdva. Okay. Virajaha vimrutyuhu cha san. Virajaha vimrutyuhu cha san. San means being or having become. So virajaha vimrutyuhu and then within brackets cha san. Brahma praptaha abhut. Abhut, if you want within brackets, you can write abhavat. Because abhavat is more common lung form than abhut, which is lung form. All right, full stop. Anyaha api yaha. Anyaha api yaha. Adhyatmam eva. Anyaha api yaha adhyatmam eva evam vit. So that means what? Anyone else also by thus knowing Atma, right? Anyone else also by thus knowing Atma or knowing Atma in this manner. Okay. Anyaha api yaha adhyatmam eva evam vid. And then now you have to supply the words saha api brahma praptaha bhavati. You have to supply these words. Saha api brahma praptaha bhavati. Saha api brahma praptaha bhavati. Supply. Now let's look at the full mantra. Atha nachiketaha is equal to nachiketaha mrityu proktam etam vidyam kritsnam yoga vidhim cha labdhva virajaha vimrityuhu cha san brahma praptaha abhavat. Full stop. Anyaha api yaha adhyatmam eva evam vit, comma, saha api brahma praptaha bhavati. Next mantra. शिष्याचार्ययोः
शिष्याचार्ययोः
प्रमादकृत अन्यायेन
प्रमादकृत अन्यायेन
विद्याग्रहण
विद्याग्रहण
प्रतिपादन निमित्त
प्रतिपादननिमित्त
दोष प्रशमनार्था
दोषप्रशमनार्था
इयं शान्तिः उच्यते.
इयं शान्तिः उच्यते.
Yeah. So, very rare occurrence where Shankara is actually explaining the Shanti mantra that is coming up. That actually should have been said earlier itself. I think he just said, I am in a mood to explain the Shanti mantra. Okay. So, Shankara is introducing this. Okay. Atha is not there here, Shishyacharya Yoga. Some books may have Atha also. That's fine. Iyam Shantihi Uchyate. This Shanti means this Shamanam, this Mangala Shuchakam mantra, this Shanti mantra, Uchyate is told, is mentioned. Like that, Shankara is introducing this. Okay, Iyam, because Srilingam, Shantihi. So Iyam. And then, okay, Kimartham. Why? Why should the Shanti mantra be said? Okay. Dosha prashamanartha. Dosha prashamanartha. For neutralizing any deficiencies that are there, any defects that are there. Okay? For neutralizing all that only we say Shanti, right? So therefore, that is dosha prashamanartha. Then what kind of doshas can you help me understand that? Yes. Okay. So big sentence is there. Pramada krita anyayena vidya grahana pratipadana nimitta. Okay. Vidya grahana pratipadana nimitta. Yeah, the deficiencies which will manifest in what way? Vidya grahana. Because teacher is talking, the purpose for the teacher to talk is for the receiver, the students to grasp it. Grahanam. They have to catch the ball. Otherwise, the ball is missed out. Throwing the ball is useless. And so, Vidya Grahana, Pratipadana Nimitta. Okay, Vidya Grahana is one. Then Vidya Pratipadana is referring to the teacher. Communication, Pratipadana. Grahana and both defects can be there in on both sides. Can be there. And so communication. Any defects in communication by the teacher.
Transmission and reception.
Okay, transmission and reception. Okay, good. That's if you like that, we go for it. Vidya Grahana, Pratipadana, Nimitta, caused by these two things also. And Pramada Krita Anyayena. Pramada Krita. Shishyacharya Yoho. I didn't explain, but you understand. For both Shishya and the teacher. Okay. Acharya Yoho. Shishyasya Acharyasya cha. Okay. Pramada Krita Anyayena. Anyaya. Adhyaya means obviously something that's not to be done. What is not to be done? Okay, decorum is there, protocol is there. Teacher can get angry. Teacher can get angry. Anybody can. Anger is a human emotion, and teacher is also a human being. Teacher can shout. Teacher may have said something that he or she should not have said. Pramada krita. Hey, this inadvertent. Pramada means inadvertent. Okay, student also can mistake the teacher. May the student not mistake the teacher. May the student give the benefit of doubt to the teacher. May the teacher give the benefit of doubt to the student. May the both of them not unnecessarily argue with each other, trying to get an upper hand here. There's no upper hand, lower hand at all here, because the teacher is going to teach and walk away. Hey, you are Brahma, that's it, over. Game is over. There's nothing. I and you are not different, really speaking. Like that, he's going to say and go away. So therefore, Pramada Krita Anyayena, removing any deficiencies due to these reasons. First is what? That communication and reception. And the second is anything else, inadvertent. Because apparent insult and all is possible. Because words can hurt. Nothing can hurt like words. Therefore, Pramada Krita Anyayena Iyam Shantihi Uchyate. Let's read the next mantra. Om Sahana Vavatu. Don't worry, the class is not starting. It is going to conclude only, but just Om Sahana Vavatu.
Om Sahana Vavatu.
Naktu.
Sahanau Gunaktu.
Saha Virjam Karavavahai.
Sahaviryam Karavavahai.
Tejasvinavadhitamastu.
Tejasvinavaditamastu.
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Bhaashyam. Sahanau.
Sahanau.
Avam.
Avam.
Avatu palayatu.
Avatu palayatu.
Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena.
Vidyaswarupa prakashanena.
Kaha.
Kaha.
Saha eva Parameshwaraha.
Saha eva parameshwaraha.
Upanishad Prakashitaha.
Upanishad prakashitaha.
Okay. So, this mantra is familiar to all of us. At least we should say, yeah, that sounds very familiar. Okay. Shankara is going to explain the meaning of this. All right. Saha Navavatu is he saying, hey, this Navavatu and all, you should know by now that there is a word in Sanskrit called now. Now. Saha, now. And then Avatu is there. Now plus Avatu, Sandhi will form and then it will become Navavatu. Echoya Vayava Sandhi is there. Yanta Vanta Desha Sandhi has happened. Like that, he's splitting the two. Navavatu. And maybe he's not splitting also. The Sandhi is there. Yeah, now he says Avam. That is the indication. Now means Avam. Because in Sanskrit, Aham, Avam, Vayam is there. And this is Dvitiya Vibhakti. There also Mam, Avam, Asman. So that second case, dual gender, dual is Avam. That is how you should look at now as. And so in Sanskrit, there are those words in this, for Asmat Pratyaya, there are these other words, Mam, now, na, and all, may, etc. will come. Yeah, Bhagya.
Jekmarji, why is this saha instead of saha? Without the visarga.
So let's see that. Let's see that. Okay. So saha. So it is obviously, it is very obvious now that it is not the sakara followed by a visarga. If that's what I've been thinking all along, then that is wrong. It is this saha, this abhyayam, this indeclinable saha. Which means what? Which means what? Palayatu. Palayatu. And that's why later on he's going to say kaha. Who? Kaha palayatu. Who is to protect? Protect who? Us. Now means avam. Us both. Teacher and student. Shishyacharyo. Now avam. Us both you protect. Saha. Together you protect. Saha means what? Together. Protect both of us together. That saha means together. It's not your sahatote saha. Abba. Finally, mystery solved. It is not that saha. That means that the noun is missing, subject is missing in this sentence. And that's why Shankara is going to say, kaha is going to ask next. Before that, palayatu, protect. What kind of protection is this? Okay. Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. This protection of body and all that, may you protect me, may I be healthy and all that. That is anyway, you're used to that. You don't have to repeat all that. Here, Palayatu can only mean one thing, and that is Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. May you protect me, or may you protect both of us, by revealing the true nature of Vidya. True nature of Vidya is what? The knowledge as it should be revealed. You know why? Because we are saying Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam, like this parampara is going all the way up. And Krishna is saying, at least Krishna there, he was the one who taught Imam Vivaspati. He is the one who taught. Same guy is teaching everybody. At least that much, only one guy's mistake we will hear. But here one guy taught the mistaken thing. Then he's going to pass on the mistake. And he will going to add some more mistakes. And then some more mistake. Finally, what will I have? I'll have garbage in my hands. Therefore, Shankara is saying, Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. May you make sure, hey Bhagavan, may you make sure that the teacher knows this subject matter thoroughly and communicates as it should be communicated, and may the students understand it as it should be understood. Therefore, Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena. Then he's saying, Kaha. Kaha, who is all this? There is no noun, there is no subject at all here. Okay, Kaha. Saha eva. Saha eva Parameshwaraha. Hey, what kind of question you're asking? Parameshwara eva. Who else? Upanishad Prakashitaha. The Parameshwara who is revealed by the Upanishad. Upanishada Prakashitaha Parameshvara. Only Upanishad can reveal Parameshvara. Nothing else can. Okay, Upanishada. That Upanishad, which is what I'm studying, and I am talking. I thought I'm doing Atma Vidya. No. Brahma Vidya also is Atma Vidya. Don't worry. If you know yourself, you know Ishvara also. Or Upanishad Prakashitaha Parameshvaraha. Next. Kincha. This is very easy for you. Therefore,
Kincha.
I'm going to pass.
Kincha.
Okay. Saha now.
Sahanau.
Punaktu.
Bhunaktu.
Tat phala prakashanena.
Tatphala prakashanena.
Now palayatu.
Nau palayatu.
Saha.
Saha.
Eva.
Eva.
Avam.
Avam.
Vidya kritam viryam.
Vidyakritam viryam.
Samarthyam.
Samarthyam.
Karavavahai nishpadayavahai.
Karavavahai nishpadayavahai.
Yeah. Kincha. Moreover, further. Saha now bhunaktu is there in the moolam. Saha now bhunaktu. Again, this saha is not sa followed by a two dots. Not that saha. Saha is sa, sakara and hakara. Indeclinable, meaning together. Okay? Together now bhunaktu. Now bhunaktu. Same. Now is again same. Avam, both of us together. Saha now means what? Both of us together. Bhunaktu. Bhunaktu. Bhunj. Palana abhyavahara yoho. That is what this one will say. Dhatu Kosha will say. Palana. Again, protection is coming. What is this? Avattu, you said, protect me. Then again, you're saying, protect me. Okay. Shankara is not somebody who will just leave it hanging like that and allowing us to imagine whatever we want. He is explaining. Tat phala prakashanena now palayatu. Okay. Vidya prakashanam is over. Then Vidya phalam is there. Because my goal is not Vidya. I am for something else. I am for moksha. And that freedom, that liberation is there. Therefore, tat phala prakashanena. Tat phala. What is tat? Vidya phala prakashanena. That is the tat there. So by giving me the benefits of that Vidya, may you protect me. Because everything has to happen. And then saha eva avam Vidyakritam viryam samathyam karavavahai nishpadayavahai. Okay. Vidyakritam viryam. So karavavahai means what? Now karavavahai is uttama purushaha bahuvachanam. It is now going to us. Sorry, uttama purushaha dvivachanam. Okay, dvivachanam. So it is referring to both of us as subjects. Karavavahai is uttama purusha, is first person. So therefore it is talking about now it is together we are supposed to do something. Until now, saha, may you do this, may you do that. Okay. Now we both have to do something. What are we supposed to do? May we viryam karavavahai. Okay. May we let us bring forth, let us manifest, let us make the effort to recall the Vidya and make it viryam. Vidya should be viryam. Viryam means what? Brilliant. May our study be brilliant. May we bring the knowledge to manifest in our lives. May we not lead mechanical lives. This knowledge is supposed to make a difference in my life. And so let me be alert and bring that Upanishad Prakashitaha, Upanishad Vidya into my life. Okay. Nishpadayavahai, manifest. May we both make an effort to bring that Vidya into our lives. Okay. Vidya Kritam. That result, which is born of knowledge, of course, Vidya Kritam. All right. So they say knowledge is power and all they say. Knowledge is power. I don't know. I have a feeling that these things, they have read some of these. I have a feeling. Vidya Kritam Virvyam. I have a feeling. So maybe make an effort. So Purusha Prayatnaha is highlighted here. Simply the knowledge is there, but unless I recall it, unless I use it, unless I teach it, unless I do Parayanam of it, unless I bring the teaching into my life every day, then the phalam will not come. So that's being said here. Then Kincha
किञ्च
Tejasvinau
तेजस्विनौ
Tejasvinoho
तेजस्विनोः
Avayoho
आवयोः
Adhitam.
यद् अधीतं यद् is there
Okay,
अधीतं
Yad Adhitam. Good. Yad Adhitam.
यद् अधीतं
Tat
तत्
Swadhitam Astu.
स्वधीतम् अस्तु
Athava
अथवा
Tejasvi.
तेजस्वी
Now
नौ
Avabhyam
आवाभ्याम
Yad Adhitam
यद् अधीतं
Tad Ativa Tejasvi
तद् अतीव तेजस्वी
Viryavat
वीर्यवत्
Astu iti Arthaha.
अस्तु इति अर्थः.
Yeah. So you saw the word Athava come in between. So Shankara is giving two meanings to this Tejasvi Navadhita Mastu, which is there in the Moolam, right? So first meaning he's going to give Kincha. So first of all, he's not going to explain. There is a Sandhi there. Tejasvi Navadhitam. Tejasvi now Adhitam. Sandhi will become Tejasvi Navadhitam. This is the Sandhi rule. So we don't need to be alarmed. It should be Tejasvi now is the word there. Tejasvi now. First meaning. He is saying, don't take it as Prathama Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti. Don't take it as subject or object. Take it as Shashti Vibhakti. Tejasvinoho. Tejasvinoho. Tejasvinoho avayoho means of both of us. Avayoho means both of us. Of both of us. Of both of us who are Tejasvis. Means both of us are not ordinary people. Because Nayamatma pravachanena labhyana medayana bahuna shrutena, then so much is said. Shreyascha preyascha manushyametah, so much is said. Then aparoksha, paroksha is there. Satyam and mithya is there. So many things are there. And starting from atma anatma vivekaha. And so much is there. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye and all we saw in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we are not ordinary people. We are people who are ready to do tyaga of the things that people go after. It is rare to find. Such people are rare to find. And that must be because we are Tejasvis. He's saying, Avayoho Tejasvinoho. Of these two people, Yad Adhitam. The study of both of us. Adhitam means study. The study that is happening. Yad Adhitam Asti, the study. Tad Suadhitam Astu. Let that be well studied. Don't study because for the sake of telling others that I studied an Upanishad. No, that's not the reason. I also know a little Sanskrit. I also read Adi Shankaracharya. No, that is not the purpose for reading all these things. Suadhitamastu. May it be studied well. May it be assimilated completely. Exactly like all our acharyas had done. Okay? And so Vidya Swarupa Prakashanena here already said, right? And so, Adhitamastu. Then what? Athava. So what is the first meaning? First meaning is, may our study be properly done, well done. Sushtu, well done, completely, properly, leaving nothing, leaving no doubts whatsoever. Okay, that is the first meaning. Now what? Athava Tejasvi. Now, he now says, now split the now away from Tejasvi. Take it as two words, not one word. One word refers to us. Now he's saying Tejasvi and now. Okay, now. Okay, now is different. Now he says is Avabhyam. Avabhyam. Avabhyam means this is Tritiya Vibhakti. Third case, by us. Now here means by both of us. The study done by both of us. Previously, Tejasvi was referring to both of us. May the study done by the smart people like us. Not smart. Smart is not a word at all. Vivekis like us. Be properly done. May the study done by Vivekis like us be properly done. Now that Tejasvi is not referring to us both. It is referring to what? We will see that. Avabhyam yad adhitam. Tejasvi adhitam. Adhitam now refers to, or rather, Tejasvi now refers to adhitam, the study. May the study be Tejasvi. Tejasvi there, that Hrasvakara is Napumsakam and referring to adhitam. May the study be Tejasvi. Viryavat ityartaha. May the study be brilliant. Previously, the brilliant people, he referred to the brilliant people. Now he is saying, may the study be brilliant. He's not referring to us both. He's referring to the study of us both. Let it be Tejasvi, Viryavat. Let it have an impact in the life. Let it make, this is something that's going to turn me 180 degrees. And so it should manifest. So, Viryavat astu ityarthaha. Okay. So, it means what? I must be able to say the sun doesn't rise, even though I see the sun rising every day. That is Viryavat. Unshakable knowledge. You're sleeping, deep sleep, somebody wakes up, if somebody wakes you up and you say, they ask, the sun is rising or not? What are you talking? Sun is rising or not? Does the sun rise? What are you talking? Sun doesn't rise. That is called Viryavat. That's not Viryavat. I will check with my teacher and tell you. Aviryavat. No, that is Aviryavat. I remember learning this long ago. I will check with my teacher. Okay. So, despite being in severe pain, pain is severe, arthritis is just gnawing at me and I can't handle it. Then what? I'm Brahmasmi? Or I'm Martyasmi? That is Viryavat. Astu. We have to think about that. Next. Ma vidvishavahai.
Ma vidvishavahai.
Shishyacharya.
Shishyacharya.
Sorry, one second. Shishyacharya.
Shishyacharya.
Anyonyam.
Anyonyam.
Pramadakrita.
Pramadakrita.
Anyaya.
Anyaya.
Adhyayana.
Adhyayana.
Adhyapana dosha nimittam.
Adhyapana dosha nimittam.
Dvesham ma karavavahai.
Dvesham ma karavavahai.
Ityarthaha.
Ityarthaha.
Shantihi, shantihi, shantihi iti trilvachanam.
Shantihi, shantihi, shantihi iti trivachanam.
Sarvadosha upashamanartham.
Sarvadosha upashamanartham.
Iti om iti.
Iti om iti.
Yeah, so many of you have figured it out already. So once the answer is given, then we can. That's what Viryavat. That's what he's saying. Viryavat Pravatu. This is not something to be kept by a few people. It has to be shared by everybody else. So Ma Vidvishavahai. This also is noted. And this is also meant an advice given to us. May we both what we should or should not do. Ma means no, not, never, maybe never, maybe never. Okay. With Vishavahai. What does it mean? Shankara is going to explain to us. So maybe Shishyacharyo, Prathama Vibhakti, first case, subject, maybe, not. Anyonyam Pramadakrita Anyaya Adhyapana, Adhyayana Adhyapana Dosha Nimittam Dvesham Ma Karavavahe. Dvesham Ma Karavavahe. Maybe not have ill feelings between each other. Ill feelings. Ill feeling is there means nothing will happen. Nothing, because the Shishya reception is going to be affected, colored, gone. Teacher is trying hard, student cannot get it because ill feelings are. Hard feelings, you better sort it out. Sort it out. Let the teacher make an effort. Because he's talking, both are included in this, not just students. Shankaracharya is including the teacher also. Teacher also cannot afford to teach this by having all kinds of negativities in class. If the teacher senses negativity in class, not related to the teacher, that also the teacher has to take care of. Correct? What's going on, guys? Why are you arguing? What's going on? Then you hear all these things happen. Stop it. Let's talk about it and find out what's going. Find out what's going. Once when we were in the ashram, 2008, I remember, there was no fights and all that. Instead, there was love. Two people fell in love. Really. Young man and young lady. Both were young only. They were sitting right next to me. I know that. And so then what happens? Brahma Vidya, this is not the place. Brahma Vidya and this kind of romantic love and all don't go together. Means at least you keep the romance outside, not in class. And so finally, Swamiji sent them home. Bless you, get married, and then they went home. That's it, over. And class continued. Camp continued. Camp did not get cancelled. So it's like the Guru has to watch for all these things. He can't just wash his hands off on these things. Not acceptable. So look at all that. So anyonyam, mutual. Pramada krita anyaya, we also saw that. The inadvertent mistakes that can happen. And adhyayana adhyapana dosha nimittam. Adhyayana means study, referring to the student. Adhyapana means teaching, referring to the teacher. Acharya. Dosha. Dvesham ma karavavahi ityartaha. Not unnecessarily. There's any negativity, just try to find out the cause of it and utilize it. Either the student makes an effort or the teacher makes an effort or both of us make an effort. Like that he's saying. Om Shantihi 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 iti Trirvachanam Sarva Dosha Upashamanatham ityartha. And he leaves it at that. And so Gopala Yatindra in his commentary Tika, he says Sarva Dosha is equal to Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika, Dosha, Prashamanartham, Ityartha, which you already know. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Devika. These three kinds of doshas are there. Think Adhyatmika means my own problems are there. My head is, I have all kinds of stuff going on, and body also, things can happen. I'm supposed to sit for 1 hour, but I'm not able to sit because my lower back is just calling me all the time. And so that Adhyatmika Shanti, may during this 1 hour, may there be Shanti for all the body and mind related problems, Adhyatmika. Then Adi Bhautika means immediate surroundings. Surroundings have to be conducive for the study and teaching. So may that conduciveness be there. Okay. Then Adi Daivika Shanti. Well, obviously, we can't study when there is a war going on, when missiles are being fired like it's going on in other parts of the world. And so rain and floods and this and that, it's not at all good for this kind of teaching, any kind of teaching. And so, Trirvachanam Sarva Dosha Upashamanatham. For neutralizing all those forces that are not desirable, not conducive for this teaching and learning. Iti. Iti means there is a meaning of that. Iti is what Shankaracharya says here. iti. Okay. Iti. So that same Gopala Yatindra says, iti shabdaha, the first iti, not second iti, okay? First iti. Bhashya samapti dyotana prayojanaha iti bodhyam. Means may you understand that first iti. First iti is where before Om there is first iti, after Om there is second iti. Okay? That before Om iti, may you understand that to indicate the conclusion of the Shankara Bhaashyam. And then Om Shabdaha Mangala Prayojanaha Kritsna Upanishad Arthaha Artham Smarakaha. Om, that Om is meant is a Mangala Prayojana. That means it is a very auspicious utterance and it is meant to Kritsna Upanishad Artham Smarakaha. It is meant to remind us of what the Upanishad taught us. That last Om. Don't just say Om and walk away. You Om, they say Om. We are supposed to remind ourselves of the teaching of Devanath Maharaj. And Nachiketa is going to walk away from here. He is going to be a different person altogether. The father has to do namaskar to Nachiketa. Whether the father did or not, I don't know. But the father, what he knows, what he doesn't know, I don't know. I've not read anything about that. But that's the massive thing that happened here in the few days that Yama taught him. And so that is the meaning of Om. So let's read the Adhyaya here.
Guruji, that Bhashya Samapana, can you just repeat it? Gopala Yatindra, what did he say? Bhashya?
Bhashya Samapti. Bhashya
And
Samapti. Okay.
And you said something long.
Wait. Bhashya Samapti. Because everybody else is writing, no.
Okay.
Telling, my duty, I have to tell everybody, not just you. So Bhashya Samapti. Dyotana Prayojanaha. Dyotana Prayojanaha. Dyotana means revealing, making it clear, bright. Prayojanaha. Iti bodhyam. Iti bodhyam. Can you understand it to mean that? Mean the conclusion of the Bhashyam. All right. Anirudh, anything quick?
Nishpadayavahi, we can discuss in the satsang.
Okay. Anvaya. Om Parameshwaraha Nau Saha Avatu. Om. Parameshwaraha Nau Saha Avatu. Parameshwara supplied. Parameshwaraha Nau Saha Bhunaktu. Parameshwaraha Nau Saha Bhunaktu. Within brackets you can add Palayatu. Because Palayatu is a more commonly understood word. Full stop. Next sentence. Avam Saha Vidya Kritam Viryam. Avam Saha. Avam supplied. Vidya Kritam supplied Viryam. Karavavahai. Avam Saha Vidya Kritam Viryam Karavavahai. Avam and Vidya Kritam supplied. Full stop. Tejasvi now. I'll give the first meaning. Tejasvi now, within brackets. Avayoho Tejasvi noho. Tejasvi now. Avayoho Tejasvi noho, within brackets. Adhitam. Then within brackets, Suadhitam or Swadhitam. Suadhitam astu. Adhitam, Suadhitam astu. Suadhitam supply or Swadhitam supply. That is the first meaning. Second meaning is homework for you. You can write it. Then, Avam Shishyacharyo, in brackets. Avam Shishyacharyo Ma Vidvishavahai. Full stop. Avam Shishyacharyo Ma Vidvishavahai. Then Om Shantihi Shantihi Shanti. We'll conclude with that. Next class. Okay, I have to repeat the Anvaya. Sorry. Okay, shall I read the Anvaya once again? Ready? Okay. Om Parameshwaraha Nausaha Avatu. Full stop. Parameshwaraha Nausaha Bhunaktu Palayatu. Full stop. Avam Saha Vidyakritam Viryam Karavavahai. Full stop. Tejasvinau Avayoho Tejasvinoho Adhitam Swadhitam Astu. Full stop. Avam Shishyacharyo Ma Vidvishavahai. Full stop. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this concludes the Upanishad. What I'll do next class is I'll give you a summary of the entire Upanishad. So keep the Upanishad handy, the book handy, so that we're going to go fast through the mantras. So if you have a printout of or whatever written portion of the mantras, also it might be useful to mark notes and things like that. So whichever way it's convenient to you. So we'll go through the entire Upanishad next class and then conclude in the next. Okay. And after that, what we can do is one class we can devote for each of you to those who want to speak. You can say a few words about the course itself, whatever you learned, whatever your feelings are, you can share. So 2 more classes are there, after which we can. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.
ధన్యవాదాలు జయకుమార్.